Hello, I'm Mehri Mohebbi, UFTI Transportation Equity Lead. I have a brief presentation about our Transportation Equity TE certification program that provides training for transportation practitioners and policymakers. So in general, equity is an ill-defined term, and it's kind of an everyday dilemma for many practitioners and policymakers across the country. And when it comes to transportation, it's difficult to run an equity analysis because there are different types of equity that we need to be mindful of. And also, it's not an easy task to quantify potential impacts of transportation projects. And also, there are numerous ways to measure impacts and to categorize different groups of people who are impacted. So essentially, we need to be mindful of the fact that each method may lead to a different solution that might be helpful for a group of impacted population and not for another group. We provide two sets of training, one general training that I will discuss briefly here, plus we have the capacity to customize the training based on different agencies' need for their employees. For example, right now we are working on developing a training focused on transit equity to be offered exclusively to an agency. So the TE training covers these main areas that you can see in this slide and provides opportunity for participants to examine some methods and tools in interactive exercises led by external speakers who are mainly practitioners well-known in the field. So considering that, like, we update the training material frequently to make sure that it provides information that is practical for engineers, planners, policymakers, and whoever address mobility needs of communities across the country. Here you can see the main areas that we cover in this training: manifestation of equity in transportation, transition toward accessibility-based transportation planning, tools for equity analysis, transportation resilience metrics, equity implication of virtual community engagement, inclusive and equitable disaster response. So the training includes two modules. The first module is called Equitable Mobility and Effective Engagement. The second module is called Equity and Accessibility-Based Approach. Each module is 8 hours and will be provided in 2 days. The first half of each course provide participants with the knowledge required to actively partake in the interactive exercise, which is the second half of each session. The interactive exercises for the first module focuses on, the first one focuses on meaningful engagement in different environments, and the second one focuses on transportation equity in crisis. And the interactive exercises for the second module focuses on developing evaluation tools and performance indicators for measuring progress towards equity goals. And for the second interactive exercise, for the second module, we will work on measuring the inclusivity of transportation system. So it was a very brief presentation of what we provide through the TE certification program. If you have any question, please feel free to contact us using the email addresses you see in this slide. And also here is the link to the Transportation Equity Research Group. You will see the link to the TE certification program there. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Thank you very much for your attention.